have any wins that they want to share over the weekend?
We are just going live and streaming over into Facebook right now.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Well, I did have a vending event on Sunday. I sold 13 pizzas. So
Good
job.
that's my win.
See, that is a win. I like any wins, you guys. We'll take it over with the last couple days. We are just streaming over. Oh, we're not muted yet. We are streaming over to Facebook. So we are on day 15. And apologize, it took us an extra second to get going today. So today we talk about what is it? Today he went into content creation with Reels and TikTok. Tomorrow he's going to talk about lives. Wednesday there is a special guest, Morgan. I didn't catch her last name. Thursday he's going to talk about stories, and then Friday he does his like Q&As. And so we'll keep you guys posted. Friday we might have to move it to later because usually his Fridays are an hour long. So we aren't able to watch that and get back to you guys. So we will keep you guys posted on that. But do we want to go into anyone on Facebook want to tell us if there's any wins, throw them into the chat, but we'll get going with today so we don't.
Just a quick little summary, just for any new people that have joined us. You guys, if you have any questions or trying to find anything within this group, at the top of the page, there's a pinned post that has everything and anything you need to know about this group. It has, if you look in the description, it talks about the info. So honestly, I might pull that up here just for a second to kind of show you guys where to find this, because it's very, very easy to find. And I'll show you exactly where to find this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share this over to here, and I'll show you guys exactly where it's at. Okay, so we are in the Facebook group right now. Okay, so right here, important info. All you have to do is click on this post right here, and right here in the description, I know this is on a computer, but it should show up on your phone. It shows everything. Daily Zoom training. Here's the Zoom link. Where to watch the daily training replays. So we've got an album of all the different replays right here. You just have to click it. It'll be sent right to you. Okay.
Just click on it real quick.
Let me finish this out really quick. Social media tracking sheet. We have a tracking sheet. You click it, you'll get right there to it. Where to ask questions. We've got a post there. It'll take you directly to the post. Okay. Group rules and guidelines right here. Okay. It's everything and anything you need to know there. So the replays, you'll click here and it has all the replays right here for you.
And then will you click on just one? So I've had people ask even that where to find the description. If you click right on a video, it will show you in the description above. It will have bullet points, and yep. Robbie has like all the scripting. And
so right here over in the description has all the description. I know if you click on the actual post, when we copy it over, it's a little bit different, but has all the scripting, has all the information, has the daily dare, has everything and anything on here.
And then if you want more in depth, then you watch the video.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Good. Any questions from there really quick before we get started? Because today we're going to be talking about the creating content with Reels and TikToks.
Rachel said that I have a win. I got a new order from my app from a referral from one of the friends' customers. Good job. Good
awesome,
job.
Rachel.
I love it.
Awesome.
Also, you guys, I'm going to reiterate this too, is I've had some people say that, hey, I had stuff going on with family last week, or they had sick kids, or there's some people that went to the Dominican Republic with us that didn't get some of their stuff done. I don't want you guys to stress of, oh my gosh, I've got a whole week of dares and things to do. Go back and just read through the stuff so you know what we're referring to as far as the acronyms of like FAM and those things. But just start on today.
Yep.
So don't stress, oh, I didn't get the weekend done. It's okay. We're just going to move forward, do today's dare, and we'll just keep going.
Yep. And just letting you know, the first week was all kind of letting you guys know and kind of talking in detail about our Finding DMO, the 5 different points on the Finding DMO. Last week was about lead gen ideas of lead generation, meaning finding new people. And this week is about creating content. Okay.
Yeah.
So going into today,
Okay. When we do, he specifically talked about reels today, and he said short form reels, or short form means short term. It means under 90 seconds. So when you think about going into Instagram or Facebook, you're scrolling down and you only just look for just a second, just a second, just a second. You've got to capture someone, and nobody wants to sit there and listen to a 5-minute. And this is how you put your jewelry on, and this is what you do. They just want 90 seconds. That's it. So remember, short term, short term.
less
Well,
than 90
and there's different ones so there's different terms of things. So there is TikToks, there is Reels. Reels are more Instagram, but they're all the same thing.
Well,
They're just
platforms.
platforms. So they talk about different ones. So TikToks are for TikTok, Reels are Instagram and Facebook. And then there is YouTube Shorts.
Yep.
But they're all, you can take the same video, like that's what I do, that's what mom does. We take the same video and we repurpose and we put it on all different platforms.
Yep. So just letting you know, each different type of content, like a reel or a live or a post or a story, are used for different purposes. Okay. So a reel is short, like we said, less than 90 seconds. Sometimes you see them for 15 to 20 seconds, right? Sometimes they're really short. The reel is for short-term engagement. Sometimes if they see a couple of yours, they'll come to your profile, and then with the long, because it's a short engagement, you only have 20 seconds. But if they come to your profile and you have content there, they'll look at more of your content and see more of your content. If you have a bunch of reels there, they'll stay there. If you have a live, maybe they'll stay there and watch the live. Okay. So just letting you know, each different type of content, whether it's a reel and a TikTok are all the same. YouTube Short, they're all the same thing. They're just different words.
Just a short video.
It's
But
just
how
short.
often do you do that? You go and you see somebody's reel pop up or their TikTok and it's like, oh my gosh, they're so funny. I want to go see what other things they've created. So you go to their platform or to their profile and you sit there and watch one after. I do that all the time. Like, oh my gosh, this person's hilarious.
Right.
I want to duplicate some of their things because they grabbed my attention.
And whether that's entertaining, we'll get into this more, but we've heard 3 different types of content you want to create is either entertaining, educational, or inspirational. That's the type of content you normally follow. Hey, if it's something really funny, TikTok is really known for a lot of funny dances and funny different things. But sometimes it's like, hey, it's educational. Hey, here's the 3 top tips of how to dress in this age on the new fashion. Here's the top 3 tips of how you want to make side hustles now. Right? Or inspirational. Hey, this is how I went from, rags to riches in the last 3 years. Come follow me. Okay. So we'll get into that more later, but just letting you know, those are different types and ideas of how of content we create. Okay.
So we talked about TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. So choose one platform and make your reels on that platform, but then you can share it. There's things like,
Well, and he also said where like mom and I, we do all the platforms. But if you haven't done all of the different platforms, don't let that stress you out. Just open an account and so if you only have Facebook, then great. Go and do Facebook and go to Instagram, open an Instagram. You can make the reels in Instagram. And then once you get comfortable with those, then you can copy them and you can post it over to TikTok or the different things. But don't stress trying to open all platforms. Do one. And
we do this full time. So realize how much time you have in a day. Don't get overwhelmed that I have to do all 4 or even more. Okay. If you have part-time, focus on the main ones like Facebook and Instagram.
right, those are the 2 main ones. But we film all of our reels in Instagram and then share them to Facebook, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. So just concentrate on learning how to create it in Instagram. Instagram's really easy to make them in.
Yep.
So
there's different tools that you can use in order to do that. So if you have a reel that even if you made it in TikTok or Instagram, they gave us a website called snapinsta.app. It's a website that you can download and put your downloaded reel in there. Your reel in there, and it'll take out any watermarks, because obviously if you're in TikTok and you create a TikTok in there and you post it over to Instagram and it has a TikTok watermark on there, Instagram is not going to like that.
yeah.
Okay.
So make sure you take those watermarks off when you share them into YouTube or Facebook or
so after this live, we'll post that in the top, but Robbie will also put in here, it's Snap, SNAP insta.app.
It's a website.
It's a website. It's not an app.
It's not an app.
And they went through that. So you guys can go in and look at it and just Google, or you guys can, it will show you, walk you through how to do that. But it was pretty simple of when they were showing us that.
Yep.
But do we want to get into the dare?
Yep. So that's kind of overall the reels. He went into, just letting you know, we'll go into the dare, and he went into like step by step of how to create a reel, because we can't really do that with what we have right now. What we suggest is, honestly, if you guys think this, going into YouTube or Google, finding something and figure out step by step of how you create a reel. Like here's the actual how to with each thing. We'll go into different parts and like strategies and principles of when you create a reel and how you create it. But the actual step by step, we're going to have you just look it up into Google or YouTube, and they'll have some.
And there's 10 different ways how to make a TikTok,
Right.
or to make a reel on Instagram. And so that is something that you need to find the way that works best for you. And I would just go through and just find something that's 3 to 5 minutes and just watch it fast. When they're doing the 15 minutes, they're probably getting more into technical. Don't stress it. It's here, click on this, click on this, click on this. Make it very easy for you.
Take messy action. If you haven't done one yet, if you've never done a reel or a TikTok yet, a reel, just take messy action and just do your first one. Okay.
But I suggest we learn from Fraser Brooks. He's really good. You can go look him up and follow him on Facebook or Instagram. Fraser Brooks, how to make a reel.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got many of those, and he will give you those steps that we're going to do. So the dare.
Yep. So the dare is, we want you, so your dare or the homework today is to do a reel based on 3 things. Okay. You want just 3 tips or 3 benefits or 3 lessons or 3 reasons. We like 3 because we've been conditioned that 3 is a powerful number. Okay. We use a lot of things in 3. So we want to just say, hey, here's the top 3 tips on this. Okay. So we either want it based on interests, customers, or team members. Okay. So if you're interested and you're following some Facebook groups based on travel or sewing or mom stuff, you want to do 3 tips on how to be the best mom, how to communicate with your kids, how to keep your house clean. There's a bunch of different things like that.
But do kind of in we call it our 3 pillars, but do it in what you guys kind of base your stuff on, that it's like your profile. So, because if you say, oh, I'm going to do 3 tips on dogs, you have nothing about dogs, where we sell jewelry. So do 3 tips about 3 tips to change up your wardrobe. 3 tips to accessorize. 3 tips to create, to have the most up-to-date fashion.
So depending on what you want to focus on, whether it's your interest, if you don't have the pillars, what she was talking about, or you don't know what that's like, we'll get into that later on. But really, if you've never done one, what's great about this and a win is just doing your first one and knowing how to do it. Okay. Yeah. So either an interest, a customer, like my mom, like Brittany was saying, like, oh, here's 3 tips of how to wear your jewelry every day, or why you want to use your jewelry every day. Hey, it makes you feel beautiful, it enhances your beauty and makes you smile, right? So find some 3 things that you would be able to like help you out there.
3 tips how to boost self-confidence. 3 tips on, or 3 reasons why I love what I do, or 3 ways to make money on social media, or 3 tips on why I love network marketing.
3, and it doesn't have to be tips, 3 benefits, 3 lessons, 3 reasons. Yep. Okay.
And so there's so many things that like we can create another post, or we can put it in here of like, if you guys want to put different things on here, that here's different ideas. And you guys, if it's something like 3 different ways to match colors or something, if you don't know this, guess what? There's something called, it's the best search engine out there. It's called Google. Type in there 3 ways to build self-confidence, top ways to build self-confidence. Take those ideas and put it in your reel.
Right,
you don't have to create your own content. Go and Google it and say, oh my gosh, this is a great tip, and utilize that.
And even if you found 10 tips, find 3 that you liked. Wanda said,
number 3.
Yeah, number 3. So only come up with 3 tips or 3 benefits or 3 reasons. Wanda said, can't you just go on your Facebook page in the top and tap reel and create one? Yes. Very easy.
Yeah.
Very, very simple. Okay. So when you create, this is the principal things we're talking about. When you create a reel, or a TikTok, you want to create it in 3 different things. It's called a hook, story, and offer. This is the different breakdowns of when you create a reel. Okay. The hook and the offer are smaller. They're going to be small. The
And
hook
this
is what,
well, it's not just a reel. This is anything in general where
Yes.
we've spent lots of money on different trainings, and all of them across the board, they have taught this over and over with Eric Worre, with all these different marketing things. They talk about this. You want that hook.
yeah,
So-
a hook is going to has to be strong. It's going to get you to stop. Okay. There's everything out there in the world is trying to grab our attention. We need something out there that's going to hook somebody to watch the video. Okay. The hook is going to help someone to stop. The story is going to keep them to stay. And then the offer is going to help them
Call
to
to
take action. So that's your call to action. Okay. And you want any type of call to action to be very, 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 very simple. Okay. Very simple.
One click or one word,
Yep.
one word. Don't say call to action and have them write a whole paragraph. One word and they will
Yep.
respond.
Comment,
So-
comment jewelry below, if you're talking about customers and like styles and stuff.
Comment your favorite color below.
I wouldn't even just say one color. Comment red below. You're telling them exactly what to do.
Right, right.
Right?
So the hook, it might say, 3 tips to help you feel good. I mean, will that make
To-
you stop?
To raise your self-confidence.
To raise your self-confidence. 3 tips or 3 benefits for making extra money, or something that's going to make people stop and say, oh, I'd like to know how to do that.
So that's the hook. Because do you guys ever do that whenever you're scrolling through TikTok or through Reels and you see like 3 ways how to make money? It's like, oh, what are they going to say? So then you stop. And so then they go into the story that you give them the 3 ways. Well, one, if you can't think of 3 ways, again, Google 3
Yep.
top ways how to
Google.
make money, or
That's your
different
3
things.
tips.
Yep.
So then tip
Or 3
number
benefits.
1, you say it. Tip number 2, blah,
And
blah,
do
blah.
this.
So this is your story.
Yep.
So in your hook, put up your 3 fingers, because it makes someone stop, because if they don't hear it, they see it.
Yep. So make sure when you're talking about the tips, make sure they're strong and to the point. Don't talk too much about them. Make them short and simple to the point.
Right.
So when you make this reel, we want you to have 5 different short videos with it. Okay. The first video is the hook. So your short little, hey, here's 3 benefits of why you want to become a mom, or why you want to buy paparazzi jewelry, or whatever you talk about. Okay. That's your first video. The next 3 videos are each one of the points that you're going to talk about. Okay. And then the last video is the call to action. Super easy and very easy to follow through.
So for an example to call to action, say, type red below if you want
Yeah.
to know more, or
Three-
if you love to wear jewelry, type red. Just something, one word to type.
So you guys, and where we're saying this is all in one. So if you have like your phone, you can see it right here. I do my first video here, 3 tips to get 1. Stop it. Okay. And then your next one, tip number 1, blah, blah, blah. Stop it. Or there
Turn a
is,
different angle.
Yeah,
or
I
there's
agree.
a timer that you can bring it in and say, I'm going to do for 3 seconds, and then I'll time it. And there's the next chunk of that 90 seconds. So you're doing this all within your reel of here. And this is just one that you're not using with the sound. It's just, you're going to say 3 tips, and you can put wording on that or do whatever. You guys can be creative, or you can just throw it up on there.
Yep. Every single video, we want you to take it from a different view. Don't do all 3 just like this. Do it from here, 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 underneath, everywhere. Because if you ever watch a movie or a TV show, anything, if you watch it, they have a bunch of small little clips all into one. They don't do this one video, like one camera angle. They do a bunch of small different clips. They zoom things in, they do different things. So just make it simple. Just, here's my 3 tips, here's my hook. Okay, here's this, here's tip 3, and then my call to action.
And this
Okay.
isn't on every single reel. This is just for this reel that we're talking about, where it's good to throw out, here's 3 tips, or here's different things to throw these reels in once a week or once every 2 weeks, or something you guys can choose. But like, there's a lot of reels that I have it straight up, but just for this reel, and they just said in general, people like to change angles, or they like to have a transition. I'm not the best at those at times, and they take a little bit more time when I'm trying to do a cool dance or cool transition. So if you don't get it right the first time, it's okay.
Just take messy action.
Yeah.
Just take messy action. Okay. So that's our dare today. Just do it. Take messy action. If it's not perfect, don't matter. It doesn't matter. We give you permission for it not to be perfect.
So it's the dare is we're going to go back. You're going to create a reel and you're going to have 3 and it's going to say, you do 3 tips, 3 reasons, 3 lessons, 3 benefits, whatever you want to do. And then you do the 3 different benefits.
But there's 5 parts.
So there's 5, break it into 5 parts. So do part of it, stop, part of it, stop. So you do the first, your hook, and then tip number 1, tip number 2, tip number 3. And then the end, it's your call to action. Tip below or comment yes below if you found this helpful.
Yep.
Or however you want to do some sort of send me, if they have to comment below, that's a lot easier than instead of, hey, send me a message if you want to learn more about this.
And if they comment below, that's where you follow up with them on a DM.
That's
Okay?
right.
That's where you want to do it. Okay.
Like we've said before, then you go into the personal messenger, add them, then go into the personal messenger and say, hey, Mary, I saw your post on my reel that said 3 benefits for feeling better and blah, blah, blah.
Yep. So all 5 of those videos will be into one reel. They're all super short. Okay.
Right. All within 90 seconds.
All within 90 seconds. It could be easily within 60 seconds. Okay. So the second part of this dare is if you can, we want you to, when you create an Instagram, we want you to repurpose it and put it onto Facebook. Okay. So that's the main point.
And this is all in one reel. You're all doing because Dawn just asked.
Yep. This is all one reel. All 5 different videos are in just one reel. Okay.
So you just stop it partway through.
Just stop it and then turn it back on and refilm the second part.
Yep. So we're
Just so
gonna
you move it.
we're gonna end. We got 1 minute of questions and we're gonna get off for new releases. Anybody have any quick questions for us? Other than that, we're gonna sign off. Sorry, we gave a lot to you.
You kind of went over in time today, so
Yeah, that's why we're a little behind. Sorry.
you guys are the best. We're so proud of you. Thank you so much. I know last week was kind of hectic at the Dominican Republic, but we're so excited. We're so thrilled about all this. And I see a couple of you on here from the DR. Hi, Erin. Hello, guys.
And like,
I have a question.
yes.
Okay. So I've made some reels on Instagram. When you put them on Facebook, do you still have to take the watermark off of them or not?
Yes and no. So they say to, and this is where I need to find out because a lot of the time I just take it off because then I'm going to re-put it. I'm going to put it on TikTok and I'm going to put it on YouTube.
Right.
So
Just
but
get used to doing it.
Instagram is owned by Facebook. So I don't
Right.
think it's
That's
gonna
why
affect as much.
I knew
So if-
TikTok was definitely a no, but I wasn't sure if Instagram and Facebook was the same.
So
But
if you're going to take the time and put it on TikTok, I would take it off. But if
Gotcha.
it's right now and you've never done it before, leave it on there and just post it. Posting something is better than nothing.
It's really easy if you just copy the link and use that app. What is it? The snapinsta.com.
Stepinsta.app.
Snapinsta.app. And you just copy and paste the link in there and they'll be able to like take the watermark off for you. And then you get the new video downloaded and uploaded.
And if it doesn't work, then go on Google and look for just for apps or websites to remove watermarks for
Okay.
Insta or TikTok.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Megan,
And then I
this
have a
is-
tip. I have a Reels tip actually. After my lives that I do during the week, since I'm already like dressed up and look nice, I kind of batch like 4 or 5 reels at the end of the night before I go. Hi, you want to say hi? Sorry, we're potty training, so he's naked. So, but that's what I do, and I've been able to film like probably 15 reels in a matter of 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's a really
And it's just
I
practice.
haven't posted them.
Right. It's just practice. That's the goal, is to
Yeah.
batch content, creating a lot of reels into one. And you don't have to get ready. Perfect idea. And then you just batch it. You do all the content in one night, and then you're done for the rest of the week. That's what Brittany and my mom do every
And
single
make
week.
sure after you create it, you can
gotta go.
save it to your phone, but also save it to the drafts, because I've heard also when you save it to drafts, sometimes it might glitch out and you can lose all of them. So make sure you
Right.
save it to your phone as well.
Got it. Thank
We
you
love
guys.
you. It's new release time. We'll see you
Love you so
tomorrow.
much. See ya.
Bye.